I'm Miss Lynn from Early Literacy Matters. We've been funded by a grant from the Children's Board since 2002. Today, I'm here to read a story for 4 to 5-year-olds called Curious George, Rain or Shine. There are 5 words in the title. That's a long title. The name or title of the story are the important words that are on the front cover, as well as an illustration of our main character, George. There are words on the back cover, but they are not as important as the title words, Curious George, Rain or Shine. Let's read. Here we have the title page that repeats the title. Curious George was a playful little monkey. Like most playful little monkeys, he loved having fun outside. I'm pretty sure that's something you're enjoying right now too, since we've been asked to stay inside most of the time. But sometimes the weather would not cooperate with George. It would be too windy for playing ball or too wet for flying a kite. I'm sure that has happened to you before. You've wanted to go outside and play ball and the ball just flies away. The weather can be tricky. George was tired of the weather ruining his fun. He decided that he would just have to be prepared for anything. So this is a very funny picture of George being prepared for anything. In fact, he has a wagon full of all kinds of things for all kinds of weather. Then the doorman told him that some animals have a special way to tell the weather. George was curious. He didn't think that he was one of those animals, but maybe he could become one. A doorman, by the way, is someone who is in a very tall apartment building and greets the residents every day as they enter and leave. George decided to ask his friend, the man with the yellow hat. The man told George about a saying that sailors use to help them predict the weather. A sailor is a military man or woman who spends time on a ship or in a submarine. Red sky at night, sailors delight, went the saying. This meant that if a sailor saw a bright red sunset, the next day should be sunny. That's what the man with the big yellow hat said. So George thought, that's interesting. That gave George an idea. He would draw pictures of the sky and then watch what happened to the weather. He started with the red sunset that evening. There's a picture of George making the red sunset. The next day was warm and sunny. Just like sailors delight, he drew a picture of that below the sunset from the day before. He even drew the cricket he met while he was drawing. Chirp, chirp. There's the picture. He's starting to make connections with the weather. The next morning, there were dark clouds to draw. His cricket friend was back, but he was much quieter on that chilly day. Chirp. By that afternoon, it was raining. I wonder if The cricket knows how to predict the weather, George thought. Did clouds mean that it would rain? George thought so. These drawings were becoming very useful. So this is the end of part 1 because it's a very long story. So we will see you again for part 2. Thank you.